It's Sunday, July 7th, 2019. Bitcoin has come to the point of an amazingly important triangle. We're going to identify two different important bull zones in this video, and we're going to go through all of our indicators on the 24 hours of Bitcoin. A quick look at our disclaimer before we go on. You can pause the video to read it. We are not giving you trading advice here, just market observation. Let's jump into the charts here. We're going to start out with the relative strength index on the long-term weekly view. And we can see that this is edging upward right here. And any edge a little bit higher for the rest of this week before this candle closes is going to be really bullish to see this come up here. If it breaks down below this and down below these levels, that's going to be really important to pay attention to as this is going on throughout the week. Now I'm going to continue zooming in on this. We'll go to the next indicator afterwards. So now what I'm looking for is how are these tops performing? And are we seeing a divergence that we can sink our teeth into here that might say that this is a top, or a divergence along the bottom that's saying that this is going to continue going higher? Zoom into the 3-month. We're looking at the 12-hour view, and this is a bullish divergence here at the tip. And that's important on the 12-hour view. It's one of my most important chart views. The 4-hour time frame, you often get whipsawed in and out. You get fake out breakouts, but we can see here that this is a positive divergence. That's bullish from here. It's at such a level though that it's got to confirm for me. It's got to confirm while prices are confirming. It's indecisive right now. Even though we have a bit of a confirmation, it's not quite enough at this time frame. What are we at? The 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame. I'm not seeing a bearish divergence here, which I would expect to see if this wasn't going to break out. So I'm anticipating breaks higher from here just by looking at the relative strength index and how it compares to these bottoms. These bottoms are a little higher. The RSI is significantly higher. We're not seeing that this went from overbought to more overbought as it went higher. So that gives it more room to go into the overbought territory yet. This looks pretty bullish. I'll zoom that back out and go on to the next indicator, the on balance volume on the weekly view. So of course we're watching for this to be on balance very strong if we are going to be blasting way higher, and I think we are. When we're watching through this chart here, we went to a positive on balance volume here, and we've just went bang positive all the way along here. A couple dips down as people were figuring that this was going to be super support and resistance at this level, but Bitcoin pretty much just chewed that up. The one thing that I do see here is that we have less strength here. We've got lower, lower, lower on the 1-day view. Let's zoom into the 12-hour view. And while it is lower, it is a bit of a divergence. Just at the tip there, it's picking up the strength, where from this negative divergence here, as we're picking up the strength here, you can see what happens. So as we're picking up strength out of this dip of negative divergence, out of this chart pattern, it is screaming to go double to where it is now, which is insane. And as we zoom in, I'm seeing more and more of the volume coming in, less and less dumping. So if something unexpected can always happen. So your risk control rules are so important. You are playing in a busy freeway here, and one slip, you get squished. So be sure your risk control rules are in place, but this really looks pretty bullish. Now, the MACD indicator, going on to the 5-year view, the weekly view of the MACD indicator, been watching these histograms to see if they are staying flat or increasing or decreasing. This is really key for the overall momentum of the market, and it is holding steady. Holding steady. As we're going here, well, this is easy to see that we've got higher crosses, higher crosses. It's pulled back, and we have a negative histogram. Usually, this is a leading indicator. So this is the first thing I'm seeing that's telling me to be really aware of anything strength coming here, because it may not be actual, have the capacity to last because of this. This has to cross over on the daily view, and we've got to go to a positive histogram here. That's got to happen. And it will happen if we are going to break out. So let's go into the 12-hour view, which really looks bullish to me. It looks like parabolic move upward. This is slowing in its rate of descent, and if this crosses over, it'll cross over first before the daily, and that will start making that daily changing so that the histogram is going more positive, not being as negative as it is, which of course, as it's going more positive, that's bullish. As it's going more positive here, that's bullish on the daily. So I wanted to go back and double check that for myself. Then we go into the 12-hour. That's looking good. That's going to cross over and all green. It's time to hit the nitro button. We're seeing this crossover. We're seeing this crossover to the positive. But the histogram, again, has got to flip positive. This has got to give me some more juice before the 12-hour. So we got to see this on the 4-hour unfolding and then in the 12-hour unfolding, and it's all golden. But here again, we've got positive crossovers on uptrend here while the prices are laying flat. That's crazy bullish, super exciting. Going to the closer time frame, it's still confirming to me everything that is like crazy. Now let's go into the Ichimoku, because I'm trying to find something that says hold your horses, but I'm not finding it here. This is all still bullish here, but the Ichimoku Cloud would stay bullish so long as prices came back to 9,200 here. That would be a place to be buying, and so that's not giving us any indication. This has a negative turn over here. So here's the next one that's giving us something negative, is that we have the crossover of the conversion line. It's under the baseline. So now if it crosses over the baseline again here, that's a full steam ahead. Looking at the 12-hour time frame, that's really important there. Now the 4-hour time frame, we are inside the cloud. The conversion line crossed over, crossed back negative. We've got a twist to the positive. So when this is breaking out of the cloud, of course, it's going to be breaking above technical levels. We're going to get confirmation from all of our other indicators on the 4-hour time frame. Zoom into the 1-hour time frame. So this fought in around the cloud for a while and is, staging above. That'll just be more confirmation. Again, this is a confirming indicator, not a leading indicator. And definitely confirming here where we've got the twist to the positive. It's all staging above. This break above that technical level and staging and holding there is pretty key. That's pretty amazing when we're at this huge triangle. Zooming in. Now the next thing I want to close up by looking at is the altcoin market cap versus dominance and the Bitcoin dominance. And you'll see that these are pretty much upside down charts of each other as far as I understand. Bitcoin dominance on the weekly view. And we'll zoom in on this, then we'll do the other chart. Doing the daily view here now. This is March 2017 to July 2017. Bitcoin prices went from $1,000 to $3,000 or $2,500 in this time, and all the altcoins went to the moon. So as Bitcoin prices are going up and dominance is dropping, that means altcoins are going to the moon. Now, the other time that this happened, that altcoins went to the moon, Bitcoin was going up all through this time from July of 2017 until December 14th, 17th, or thereabouts of 2017, and Bitcoin topped out, just as they introduced futures. Isn't that a coincidence? So as Bitcoin topped out and came back, the pressure came off of the alts, and they mooned for a while, and Bitcoin lost dominance big time. Now, Bitcoin dominance has gone way up. The world has got its eyes on Bitcoin all the way along, but it's come to important support and resistance levels that, should it be dropping down as Bitcoin prices are rising, we've got another huge altcoin bull market starting. And this is the measure of it. This is what's telling us that. So this is one of the most important charts for the overall trends in the market. And as I'm zooming in on this, I am seeing this top formation, 1, 2, 3 kisses of death, and down a little bit. So this means that the alts are all making a little bottom formation that they could do a fake out breakout, and Bitcoin dominance could turn the other way and all those alts get chewed up. All the alts are taking off and then all the alts get chewed up. So really careful time right now until we've got confirmation. And we can't have confirmation until altcoin dominance actually comes down here, makes a formation and breaks lower. And should it do that, zoom back out, we still got lots of room for Bitcoin dominance to pull back a long ways. We can wait and be sure with the majority of our altcoin trade setups by maybe having a small bit of our trade setting up here, but not until this is breaking these levels do we put on our full nitro on the alts, because it's just too volatile right now, and the trend is absolutely going with Bitcoin dominance going up. That trend has not changed at all. We have a little hesitation here, but that's not enough. Now I want to zoom in on this one from the weekly view, and this is the altcoin market cap versus dominance. So when this is going up, from March 2017 to July 2017, Bitcoin is taking off. This is when Bitcoin was taking off. This is when the alts were all taking off. So when this is going up, alts are also going up. Now let's zoom in on the 1 year view. So we're looking at the daily. This is making a potential little 1, 2, 3 bottom formation here. And should this break above these levels, the 40-ish or level, the 41 level, things are looking good. Breaking above these levels, 43, 45, the alts are just going to be blasting off. And if there is a major world crisis because of the German Deutsche Bank troubles, all of silver, gold, Bitcoin, and all the cryptocurrencies are a different money format. They're all going to go to the moon. And zooming in on this, we're just seeing more details of this formation shaping up, and it is looking fantastic. This is the kind of bottom formation that I love to look for and watch for and wait for and get starting my position unfolding onto this, into this kind of formation. So if you're interested in more of this stuff, be sure to hit up our other channel. That's where we go through the cryptocurrencies. And let me see where that is. I'll drag that down here. I'll be just going through this now on July 8th and going through and updating our spreadsheet so that we can see where all of these cryptos are going from, how they've been here, from selling, lows into neutral, into a buying pattern, into a get out pattern, back to neutral. Now we're into a near fail. We're going to go through this and update these. If you're interested in this spreadsheet, be sure to come and join us on Discord. And we talk about cryptocurrency trading all day and all night. It'd be great to have you along. I work that more regularly than the YouTube channels, so drop over there. And this is showing us that we have a very bearish outlook in the cryptos right now. So this, when I update this, it's going to be interesting to see how this changes. Again, I appreciate you guys being here. Let's go and zoom into the 1 minute chart here on Bitcoin as it's taking off. This was a great move up here this morning. And it looks like it'll be taking off right now as we're watching. Very amazing times in Bitcoin. One thing I didn't go over is the zones that I think the buying zones are. Of course, breaking out of this triangle with all of these indicators giving us a bullish outlook. This is definitely one of the buy zones. And then you'd use your risk control rules. Should we have hell come in, I expect that there will be an amazing buy zone. A once in a lifetime 1, 2, 3 bottom formation will set up down here if we have the fortune of it coming down, or we could be taking off right from here. It's an amazing day in cryptocurrencies. Now I'm going to head off and check out all the rest of the alts and update our alerts packages. Thanks again for being here, guys. I will see you in the next episode of the 24 Hours of Bitcoin. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos here on YouTube, you may also enjoy my newsletter. Begin by